Microsoft Word. Tables in Microsoft Word. Objectives. So the objectives of this video is for the user to be able to create tables and later on merge cells, apply cell direction, sorting, and also calculations. Of course, it includes formatting of tables and others. So let's begin. Tables. What are tables? A table is made up of rows and columns. The intersection of a row and a column is called a cell. Tables are often used to organize and present information, but they have a variety of uses as well. You can use tables to align numbers in columns and then sort and perform calculations on them. Creating tables. So I am going to present here 3 ways of creating tables. So the first method is to click on Insert menu, which is shown here. So that's the Insert ribbon. Actually, you click on this to open this Insert ribbon, and then you click on Tables and then move the cursor around this grid until you highlight the number of columns and rows you want. Then you click, and then that's it. You have your table. So let me show that in an actual demo. So I have here, let's say I want to name this is products. So how do I create my table? I can click on Insert Table, and then I can specify the number of rows and columns. So yeah, if you notice, it is already drawing the table. So let's say that's our table, but I will be removing that because I'm going to show other versions also, or other methods. Okay, so next method is to click Insert Table and then click on the Insert Table option. Then specify the number of rows and columns in the dialog box. So the dialog box will look something like this. You can use on this to increase the number of columns or decrease, and also with the number of rows you can increase and decrease. Note, pressing tab at the last cell of the table automatically adds new row to the table. And that means that you can also not specify the actual number of rows, especially if you don't know the number of rows yet. But maybe it will be best if you already know the number of columns. So how do we do this? Again, I'm going to present. So Insert Table and then click on Insert Table. Then you have to specify the number of rows. Let's say I have 6 rows and 6 columns and 2 rows. And then click. So I have here now my table. I will undo this first because I'll be showing another method, and then we're going back to a table later. Method number 3 is to click Insert Table and then Draw Table. Then use the pencil to draw the table. So you can use the Draw Table icon later to stop drawing. So just click on this to stop the drawing table mode or the draw table mode. Then you can also use the eraser for corrections. So let's demonstrate that. So I can click on Insert Tables and then click on Draw Table. So you notice my cursor now is changed into a pencil direction. So I can draw my table. So I can draw my table. Okay, so I can have an irregular table, and I can use the eraser to erase. So you notice I can erase some of the borders. So that's an example of drawing the table. So to end, we just click on this. So, or click here, you will again begin drawing. Click here, then you end drawing the table. So that's now my table. Let's proceed. So how do we type content? So to type contents of a table, we just click on the cell, then type. Then we press tab key to move to the next cell. So let's now demonstrate this. So I'm going to use insert. I'm going to use the second method, insert table. So I have here 6 columns and 2 rows. So let's say I have here my products. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Let's say, for example, these are the years. So what I'm doing is just typing and then pressing tab. Okay, so I just press tab and my insertion point moves to the next cell. So press tab, press tab. So that's what I'm doing. So you notice again, if I press tab on the last cell, additional row will be added automatically. So that's it. Let's say that's my table. So that's how you type text on your table. You just type and then just press tab to move to the next cell. So let's again go back to our PowerPoint presentation. Now the table design. So clicking a table shows 2 additional ribbons. So the design and the layout ribbon. So you notice here we have 2 ribbons, design and layout. So once you click on the table, there will be 2 additional ribbons. The design ribbon allows you to apply table styles. So these are table styles, and you can specify what will be affected or what will be included or affected by the table style. Let's say, for example, do you have a header row? So just click on this. Do you want banded rows? Then you click on this. So banded rows means you have alternating colors. And do you have a first column? Do you have a special format for the first column? Do you have a special format for the last column? So you just check and then apply these formats here. Additionally, you can also place shading of cells and maybe apply borders. And then we have already done this a while ago. So let's try this one. So here I can choose here the design. Let's say if I want this, and that's it. I have here now my table design. Let's say I don't have a first column format, so that means your format will be identical for each of the columns. If I have first column format, then I can have a special format for my first column. If you don't have a header row, then everything will be the same. If you have header row, the first row will be different. You have banded rows. If you remove this, then we have the same colors for each row. If you have banded rows, different column for each row. Banded columns, so we also have banded columns. So that's how we use format. And we can also assign shades and borders if you want. But let's be content with this first. So let's proceed. Then we have table layout. The layout ribbon allows you to change table properties. So table properties includes the width of the table, the width of each row, column, etc. And also you can place it if you want to view the grid line of the table or not. Delete if you want to delete rows, columns. Insert rows and columns. You can also merge cells, split table, and others. So we'll be doing some of this in our next demo. So let's say, for example, I want to add. So I'm going to click on the layout. Let's first use the alignment. Let's say I want to center the year. So I can click on this. This will center horizontally, but align top. This will be centered both horizontally and vertically. So I'm going to use this. So already centered. Let's say I would like to center also my values. So they're already centered. Let's say I want to add a new column. So what will I do? I click here, then insert right. So that will add a new column to the right of the current cell, or where the cell pointer or insertion point is located. So if I click this one, so I have here a new column. So let's say, for example, I place here total. So what if I want to add a new row? So I click here and then insert below. So I have here now a new row. Let's say I'm going to place here also totals. So let's say totals. So that's how we insert rows and columns. Again, you notice if I click on this table, then these ribbons will appear. But if I focus on another object, then the ribbons will disappear. So let's have more. Let's say I would like to insert another row above. But allow me to remove the format first so that we can demonstrate more. So let's say where's the plain format? Plain table. So we have here now the plain table. So just to show you how to format. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these cells. So how do I merge these cells? So layout, we have here merge cells. So I have here now merge cells, and then I want to place here year. And then I want to merge these two cells. So select merge cells, select, and then merge cells. So after that, I would like to center this both horizontally and vertically. So I can click on this. This also, I can click on this one. So this is now my table format. Of course, as I've said, you can format your table just like you format also other text. But for shading, you can use this one for shading. Let's say I would like to shade our heading. Let's say I would like I forgot what color. So let's say that's the color. And then next now, so let's proceed to this one. Let's apply formula. So I can click on formula, and then I would like to get the sum of these values and place it here. So what I'm going to place is sum, not above, but sum left. And then just click OK. So that will get the sum of these values. So the same is true here. You can again click on this, sum left. same. Click the formula. Sum left. So same here. Formula. Sum left. So here I can also place here a formula with the sum above. Okay. Here I can also press F4 to the but wait, there's something wrong. I cannot use sum above because it is including the year. So that's it. Sum of B, meaning column 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here, also sum of, so instead of B, 2, 3, 4, B2 to B6, this is C2 to C6. Oh, I think that's wrong. C3. This is the correct one. C3 to C3, 4, 5, 6. C3 to C6. Rather. C3 up to C6. So here also D3 up to D6. Here the formula will be E3 up to E6. Here the formula will be so F3 up to F6. Here I can just use sum above, and I can just center this. So that's how we use format. I would like to show you sorting. So I can sort. Let's say we like to sort. Let's see how to sort. Sort by product. So using text, and then we click OK. So it is now alphabetically arranged. Here I can also sort by total sales, which is a number, let's say in descending, so from highest to lowest. If I click OK, so I have it now from highest to lowest. So that's how we sort. So I have shown you how to merge cells and how to sort, how to create formula. So thank you very much for viewing this video.